Because I think one of the craziest weather phenomena I've been caught up in was when I was in Vegas, and they have dust storms there.
Dust storms?
Yeah, so basically just think of a sandstorm, but instead of the sand coming in from
I've
the
never
desert.
even been in the sandstorm.
Right, well, I haven't been in a sandstorm, but I've been in a dust storm, and it happens pretty frequently in
What's
Vegas.
the difference between sand and dust?
I thought it was a sandstorm at first, right? But then all my friends were like, "Oh, it's a dust storm coming."
Maybe it's like a different vernacular. Yeah,
maybe it's not just sand. Maybe it's like sand and other crap mixed into it. But basically, I was I was driving around in Vegas, just with a bunch of friends, and then on the radio, because he had the radio on, it just suddenly switches on, and it's like, oh, there's a dust storm incoming. So please, please evacuate, kind of thing. And I was shitting my pants. I was like, what the fuck is a dust storm? And then, but everyone else there, the locals, just like, oh yeah, it happens pretty frequently. Let's just go to a restaurant, get something to eat.
Oh wow!
So we go into this restaurant, and then the dust storm hits, and it's just think of a typhoon, right? So it's just really insane winds, but you can't see outside.
The whole windows are
covered. Nothing. It's just all sand. It's just it's like a blizzard, but instead of white, it's just grayish brown.
It's like a survival game.
Yeah. But what's more terrifying, in my opinion, than a blizzard is the fact that in a dust storm, it can cause static electricity.
Oh.
So basically you have thunder strikes at ground level because of all the particles rubbing together, right? So every now and then it'll just be blowing, and then you'll just hear this boom sound from outside. And I'm like, the fuck is happening? It's oh, that's just the electricity. It's why are you saying it oh yeah, that's just my friend Bob, saying it so casually.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
that's really interesting.
Yeah, so that entire time I was shitting my pants while we were in this we were in this ramen shop because of course they were like, "Oh, Joey's Japanese. Let's just go to a Japanese restaurant." I'm like, "Yeah. I'm here all the way in Vegas to go eat some subpar Japanese food." All right, bet. So we were basically I was stuck inside a ramen shop called Naruto.
Are you serious?
I'm not even fronting. It was called Naruto.
Did it have Naruto
I mean, they did
decorations?
their best. Oh yeah, the walls had Naruto decorations.
Did they actually?
Yeah,
and I thought maybe it could have been named after the location.
No. It was and the ramen. It was very obvious they tried to replicate the Naruto ramen as best as they could.
Right.
To not that great levels, admittedly. I think it was the most 3 out of 10 ramen I've ever had. So I was like, great, I'm stuck inside this fucking restaurant called Naruto, eating
this poor restaurant getting destroyed.
I don't think it exists anymore is the thing. Okay, so I'm allowed, and if it does exist, sorry.
You're just the most perfect moment of the locals going, this guy's Japanese. He likes anime. I got the perfect place.
Yeah, it's like the episode in Simpsons when they go to America Town in Japan.
Yeah. Basically. Dude, I mean, the first thing I ate when I went to America for the first time, which was the first AX I ever went to, my friends fucking took me to Little Tokyo, and I was like, bruh.
Every time I've gone to AX, everyone wants to go to Little Tokyo.
I'm like, I just came from Big Tokyo. I don't need to go to I don't need to go to a smaller variant of it. And then I had again some subpar ramen in Little Tokyo. I was like, great. This is the LA experience I wanted.
The only time I've ever seen a natural phenomenon of weather is I saw sun in the UK one time. That was kind of
and you were like, oh, what the
I was
fuck
like,
is
what
that?
the fuck? Holy shit!
I've seen fire tornadoes in Australia.
What the fuck is a fire tornado?
We have breezes in the UK with a gust of wind.
So you have tornadoes.
Yeah.
And you have bushfires.
Yeah.
So what happens when a tornado enters a bushfire? You basically get this spiraling pillar of fire.
That sounds terrifying.
It's fucking awesome to look at from a distance.
These US settlers must have been so fucking confused when all this shit was happening. They were like, what the fuck is happening?
I'm pretty sure that's what the British saw the first time they came to Australia. They were like, what the fuck is that?
The first time they found the swamp in Florida, they're like, what the fuck is
whoa,
all this?
It's a bit humid in here, isn't it?
Australia is just a real life island in one piece. You know?
Fire tornado island.
It is an island on the Grand Line at this point. Because the survival instincts you need in this island, that's taken out most of the fucking pirates in one piece at this point.
Imagine being the guy who has to write the guide that they send back to people who are going to come again. It's so by the way, you're not going to believe this, right? You know how it's sun sometimes, right?
Yeah.
It's just like that all the time.
Yeah, all the time.
And sometimes, I don't know how this happened, there was just fire tornado. I don't even know what a tornado is. We've never even seen one of those.
Yeah.
It's a tornado.
It says, but it's such a weird thing as well because it's not like I kind of described it like there's a bushfire and then a tornado comes along and like eats up the fire. It's more so like the fire is so strong that it basically creates an up current that starts to spin, and then it just creates like this pillar of fire that just like crashes through.
Just sounds
it's really
like,
cool to see.
It just sounds like a fucking anime attack at this point,
I was like, is there a Pokemon battle happening over there? And like someone did fire spin. I don't know. Like
it's like two jutsus being combined together in Naruto. You know, it's like
it's your stomach after having that Naruto ramen.
It's like katong, and then
yeah. I mean, I did see actually that recently, like the UK or at least London went through like a pretty bad storm.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how bad it was because like when I see like
It
UK
looked really bad.
It looked really bad because like when I see when you see UK headlines,
yeah,
and you see like, oh, UK going through like a bad storm or
Yeah.
like the strongest wind seen, and I'm just like, well, is it like obviously it's going to be bad for the UK, but like how bad is it on a global scale?
There was videos of it picking up people and throwing them.
Oh, seriously?
Oh, fucking hell.
Okay.
Yeah, because when I saw that headline, I thought it was just like the British over exaggerating.
No, dude.
As you guys usually do, it's like, oh, my friend's toupee fell off. It's an absolute travesty. Like, it's so strong.
I saw some videos of people getting thrown around. I was like, oh my God. like Rip, if you're trying to open that car door, man, you're trying to get that closed.
Oh my
it's never
God.
happening.
Yeah, because like this, okay, so like this just shows how unused we are to these kind of like weather systems and weather phenomena, right? Because like we're like me and Connor are in like a group chat of like our friends back in the UK, and sometimes they're still meeting up and they're still planning meetups and everything like that. And I saw in this group chat that they had planned a meetup or to hang out on this day, and I remember like. Right up to like the last moment, people were just like, "Oh yeah, I'll see you guys in an hour. I'll see you guys in an hour, right? We're still meeting in an hour." And people are like, "Yeah, I'll see you in an hour." And then you just see the replies going, "Yeah, let's maybe not meet up today. Maybe that's not the best idea." But like the thing is, if this was like one of the worst storms that UK has gone through, like I am also really used to the idea that no matter what. You can still go out and have a pint.
Yeah,
right? You can still go out and have a pint,
course.
no matter what.
Yeah, the pub has been cancelled.
So like that's how I knew that this storm was like the real deal.
Yeah.
If my mates were not going to the pub to meet up because of this storm, shit's gone down.
If the pub isn't closed, then that means I can still go. No matter what.
basically.
it is basically that.
Oh God.
And yeah, that is another episode of UK people severely unprepared for weather systems.
Yeah, because like I remember, when I first met my first like British person like from the UK.
Yeah,
and,
exist.
Yeah, they exist. I was like, oh my God, you guys exist. But second of all, they're always like, oh yeah, we have nothing going on in the UK. Like no bad weather, no like dangerous animals, no nothing. And I'm like, really? Like I found that hard to believe as someone who came from the polar opposite of that.
Yeah,
You came from Doom. Just call it.
Yeah, I came from Doom. I came from hell, basically. The underworld. Yeah, because it's like, do you guys really not like what is the most like dangerous thing?
Floods.
Okay, yeah, I was about to say.
Floods. We got a lot of rivers, so obviously when it rains a lot, it can flood. But
Okay.
depending on where you are in the UK, there aren't floods. Like
Yeah, like
obviously
what if you're like nowhere near like the rivers? Right?
Yeah, then you don't get anything.
Man.
Occasionally,
You guys get lucky.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
we've had hurricane scares before, at least in my lifetime, but nothing that actually like manifested as anything.
Felt like a
big.
hurricane.
Right.
Yeah.
It was just a bit of strong wind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bit of gust.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. Yeah, I mean, we don't have a lot to fear in the UK, which is why whenever I travel abroad, I lost my train of thought. Whenever I travel aboard,
All aboard.
whenever I travel abroad, I got it this time.
There you go.
Sometimes it just like surprises me about some of the things you have to be careful of, just because in the UK we don't have to be careful of anything. Like, with camping, you have to be careful about bears or, starting a forest fire, which to me, like starting a forest fire was like so outside my perception of like disasters that could happen from just like one person. But like, if you think about it, yeah, of course it makes sense. You look at Australia being on fire, California like half the year being on fire.
I mean, yeah, like our country was on fire for 9 months straight because of one guy starting a fire.
Yeah. To me, that's just so outside of my perception of what could fucking possibly go wrong of one stupid person doing like a stupid thing,
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, all the trees are like wet in the UK. It's very hard to get even. I remember when we were camping, it was even hard to get like trees that weren't too damp.
Really?
to burn.
Jeez.
Yeah, I mean, you could come in with like a fucking flamethrower, and it'll probably be put out by the day.
The flamethrower will run out of gas before you get anything. It's very rare.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen anywhere like in nature on fire in the UK.
Really?
I don't think so.
No, fire's just not like
Very hard to get it started.
Yeah.
It's very hard to get
nature
anything.
fires aren't like a thing that we have to be careful about in the UK.
And yet, one of the biggest UK hits was Firestarter. So that's
Yeah,
it's a bit ironic, isn't it?
Because they had so much time while they were making the fire starter.
Yeah.
They
Prodigy was like, "Let's make a song about it."
I'll make a song. You do the fire. I'll make the single.
That's why it's an achievement, right? 'Cause,
Yeah.
like it's easy to be a fire starter anywhere else in the world. In the UK, it's a medal.
I'm a Firestarter. It's like, damn. Has he managed that?